You had 3 heart attacks before you were 36.
Yeah.
And you were sitting there saying, yeah, it's all about healthy eating, and it was for you, wasn't it?
Well, that's people would love to say that I had the heart attacks because I was an unhealthy eater. I didn't. I had the heart attacks because I had a really rare heart condition, but I survived because I was a healthy eater. So thank goodness in my teens and 20s I actually did take care of myself, otherwise I wouldn't have been here today. I had 3 children under the age of 5 at the time, and it's very scary. It was an awful, terribly dark time.
But you've sort of eaten yourself well, haven't you?
Yeah, I have. Doctors have a hard time explaining why I'm doing so well. My LAD, this is medical talk, obviously. I'm a lady without an LAD, and I survive. That's the main...
What is an LAD?
It's the main artery in your heart, and my main artery, usually it gets blocked. Something happens, or a little artery gets blocked. My whole artery fell apart from top to bottom. So it was catastrophic.
Yes.
The only thing they could do to treat me would have been an emergency heart transplant, and they don't do that. But as you can see, I'm still here. And
You certainly are.
I've got quite a lot of breath, haven't I?
Yes, so well.
Bundles of energy.
And that's the thing, but you can't always tell from the outside
No,
if someone's going to be vulnerable to heart disease. And heart disease is the biggest killer overall of women. We hear so much about breast cancer and the other women cancers, but actually heart disease is the biggest killer.
I was really shocked to hear that heart disease kills more women than breast cancer.
Absolutely.
And quite rightly we focus on breast cancer, but we should maybe focus more on heart disease.
Partly protected until the menopause, but after that women catch up very quickly with men's rate of heart disease. So we still need that healthy lifestyle, which you know, you've...
and I think it's really important that people don't just think about being healthy at the weekend. People do say to me, right, when am I going to start? And I think, right, it's today,
every day,
now. And just take it one meal at a time. Everyone has barriers. People don't think, oh, I can't eat, I haven't got time, I can't exercise. You can take it one meal at a time and eat the best you can eat one meal at a time. If you can get a hurry on to the bus, then run for the bus or walk quicker to the bus. That's exercise. There are things you can do all the time.
Small baby steps. Do you know what? It's really good because Corrie are highlighting this, aren't they? We've seen Gail's boyfriend, Michael. He's discovered that he might have a heart condition. Let's have a look.
I've hardly slept all weekend for worrying. The easiest thing was to pretend it wasn't happening.
Michael, you need to know the answer. And if you have got some kind of condition, then they'll be able to manage it. Or you might be fine. You could be worrying over nothing.
Or I might be dying already.
Do you know what? It's good when soaps do that. Because
Absolutely.
Corrie always does anything like that.
It raises awareness, gets people talking. I wonder if he can get a GP appointment, because he needs one. He needs to get sorted out quickly.
Gail will sort it. Gail will fix it.
Fix
Oh, yeah, she can get in there.
That's what often happens with women, though, isn't it? It's the women that frog march their men to the
drag
hospital
them kicking
for
and screaming.
whatever condition it may be.
Absolutely.
They certainly do that.
Thank goodness they do.
I know. Well, look, on to some other stories in the papers today. New research talking about statins. Now, we hear about statins, we hear good things, bad things. How worried should we be?
You're taking a statin, and you're taking a statin for a really good reason. 7 million people take statins to lower high cholesterol levels.
Right.
And people who are at a 10% higher risk of heart disease are often offered a statin. Now, statins work really well. They reduce cholesterol levels by about 25%. Really significant.
Right.
But they do come at a price, because people get muscle pains, they get memory lapses sometimes.
But you've got to take that for the condition that you've got.
I do, and I do have to cope with the side effects of it, but I take it, and I happily take it, because I'm still here 10 years after my event, and otherwise I wouldn't be.
You know that the advantages outweigh the disadvantages, and one of the disadvantages from recent research is that it slightly increases the risk of diabetes type 2 by about 12% over 4 years. However, the benefits far outweigh the risks if you're in an at-risk category for heart disease.
No, exactly. It's one of those things that you have to take the advice of your doctor and you have to be informed and you can make that decision.
Absolutely.
Now, what about this? This is interesting. Taking your work home with you could damage your health.
Yes. They looked at 57,000 workers and found out who is getting phone calls or emails from the boss on their computer, tablet or on their smartphone. And of those that get calls from their boss out of hours, weekends and in the evenings, they're the ones more likely to suffer with insomnia, fatigue, muscle pains and heart disease. And if it's true, and I hope it isn't, my PA Kim's probably not got long to live. No. I'm always pestering at weekends.
You are, all the time.
All the time.
But don't you think it's that odd thing? You know, before we had the internet, and the internet's an amazing thing, but before we had that, you did stop at some point. You know, whether your day was 9 to 5 or if you worked early shifts, you know, like we all do, but your day would stop at some point, but it doesn't. It bleeds into into the hole of the time. There's never a
Absolutely.
time, if you've got your phone, that people can't get you, even in the middle of nowhere.
It's we use the word addictive a lot, but people can't resist. You know, what does that message
It
say?
goes ping, and you're like that,
answer it.
like a slave looking at it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, when it
Absolutely. And
pings.
of course, you know, if you can't ever recover and recuperate and unwind from the stresses of the day, it is going to have a knock-on effect. So I think we all need to be a bit more disciplined about saying, you know, I will answer my phone until that point in the evening, but
And
after that, it's
things
free.
will wait. People will wait. I have 3, well, they're growing now, but 3 children. And when I'm working, sometimes I will say, I can't speak to you between 3 and 5. I'll go back to my emails in the evening if necessary, but I'm with the children in the afternoon. So don't bother calling because I can't answer. I'll switch it off.
That's a good idea.
It's hard, though, isn't it, not to?
It is. I'm completely addicted to it. It's terrible. I actually think, Dr. Hilary, I need help.
You need help?
I do.
Let's talk
I need
about
to come and see you. Thank you both very, very much indeed. It's lovely to see you.